Very well. Until hold on, mami. Now, Honorable Richard Echampo, me watch him or Kwabeba Kessben matches so you didn't come on 92.9 as well. Now, on the other line is Uniabem Honorable Kwesi Kwenedu, who is the Deputy Ranking Lands and Natural Resource. You go through the lithium agreement and then the downsizing of it 10% down to 5%. Now, tell us, Honorable, is it the fact that when I'm to me negotiating year, anything I'm person what about that 5% now? Because indeed, lithium is still one of the best minerals that is also making huge revenue for countries that holds on to lithium and all that. Now it is becoming more or less like I said. 5% number it is not in the favor of Ghanaians, largely when it comes to minerals, the percentage wise. Is it fair to us as a country?
Honorable member our line so. Say Ufano on the face of it now a misleading kakra.
Okay.
We can say they are buying no purpose or short changing Ghana for because agreement in our union the by parliament last year or the 8th parliament, I'm negotiating for 10%. In two weeks, I said then at 10, ever 5%. But to put it on the record, the document is before the House. But the Parliament has the right to do whatever they want to do with it, either to accept or reject.
Okay.
And a committee you identify. And on the first one, anti-me and pass it. Parliament actually at 703. In that act, the chair said, so beside the same important question, say all other companies and the minerals now you two say right is at what percentage and mutual?
Exactly.
In the law, you say they should pay 5%.
Yes.
5%. Not so we will be negotiating. Say a green minerals or a new minerals you identify. It's only 10%. Question is based on what law? And also 10%.
He did mention that the constitution in itself, he quoted certain few articles which online is into Betre really positions Parliament to be doing these ratifications at any time in point.
Yeah, that ratification, that amendment has not been done. At 703 is given fresh to the provision of the constitution. Constitution is a general law. And I passed this act and they regretting the industry. And I say, Obi two former good biano on charity of 5%. Other community support be a 1%. Other interventions on no best to agreement. There's no law Emma crime margin 10%. So what this committee is saying now, and they say, what the minister should come and amend the law. So if the law is amended, then you can go ahead and charge 10, 50 or 20% because you made provision in the law. But as it stands now, there's no law Emma or Kwan said 10% or 15%. Second, we see to be discriminatory. And then all the big giants or Mutu and Fumogudiano, they charge them 5%. No one can say I charge them 10%. 80 shisha marano. Anda na yebu ye negu say we mu de yen ko charge mo 10%. Na ebi mu de omo educate to go in faith the wo no mu 5%. Who say bisa question is na ya amend law na ko 10% omo no more than so ebe to 10% na. They've signed on to agreement. Either say 15 years, a year whatever years, 10 years or whatever no. I ran for some time. It is some time no expire. They will come back for a review.
Okay.
The time I'm back for a review, the new law or the new provision will kick in. Then we shall na affect agreement na why the what's that no? Because all sense agreement no. What catch you say 5%, and every investor they want to maximize profits. It is not issue very beautiful. Sir, prices of gold cost or making more profit. There's nowhere about say cost to know to royalties company be no by sir. Just say when any contract table a renegotiation or tell some more fine. One tell something for so no. We say amendment in part. We can still go to them. Say you was a gold price no air cost through. I say about 1 ounce beer you spend close to $800 to get it. It is 1 ounce you spend $800 to get 1 ounce. Who turn the same. So also turn on. If I say about 2,000 or 3,000 plus, you are making super abnormal profit. It can't to give back to society. Either say royalties or community development, we can increase their percentage. And we are negotiation on the end every year. Won't even force because time I will sign agreement now I'm running say 5%. Name about for a reviewer, 100 year the new law will kick in. It's your position clear. The minister should come and amend the law. Say if the law is amended, which I 10% any near same. The new argument ever say lithium price abba form 18 a year 5%, and to me it's neither here nor there. Because prices also cost ra. Won't because I cost into no kwakotum on penny. It's a commodity price. And a commodity transactions the price is stable. It goes up and it comes down. It's a cost or making a profit. About farmer losses also where they're not making losses. And into now the rainy season they make more profit and save it to deal with unforeseen contingencies. It's a dear yes, a price what for and a price also. The minister there Wakana Sama is not binding on any of us. What the committee is saying, two things. There's no legal basis to charge 10%. Second, a discriminatory against the company. Say a bimutia 5, now onometria 10. The law must be fair and applicable to every individual in that industry. This is what we are saying.
Is it also not exciting that my previous predecessors or mobile was able to sit down and negotiate with an organization to increase your friend is saying to advantage royalties to advantage na mobile banamba kasi bia they ba 5 because embrane say 5 I didn't know want to me more mamba so nka say o my idea some of the core 10% yenya bibi kakra fi mo enu into no so na yakase bia ye be sisamra no kra na bi kra e bitimi da 15%. I don't know mo feel say I said the omanye adwuma bi sa no.
Mamenka just last 3 days. Yeah, VAT amendment no. You know afenyo market no reason issue be say rate no yeah they call 7%. Na okay say na 3%. It on penny say yeah they call 7%. Ama nyina no to me persuade my etia asem o kana say yeah we dey call 7% Ghana for no betua sika no dodo. E be affect omo income. E be affect omo businesses. But your question parents law no. Na parents law na MP before your amendment no 7% na na ewu. Eti ye prove chair say rather than 7% no. E ho no so we oje assembly 2 mu. Eti parliament and na hihye mra. It is outside the law. What you can negotiate BB? But if you say okay, be ma mining for so now say it's not situated in law. You be any musu sana. And the parliament na mra na pass is the minua. Say oversight. A oversight na aba parliament no. Yes you can say oversight you mu any musu. Executive di dem bebre eba omule a lot of document no be lay no omo refer to committees the committee no peruse it must we there antwe agreement to M1 so take it back because Japan deal parliament amodeba parliament and the MPP administration in the agreement no omo state any visa better trade yasa makwaka sano hydro facility almost say to say a better agreement to the son of Mokachel say better meboa so make us asem we are.
Yes.
But in that same agreement, almost say to say when the repayment time is due and there's no money in the escrow account, the finance minister should find money for the repayment. It tells you say enya butter. We pointed out to them say adi way enya butter, and the executive accepted. It's enya the executive in baba when you take the hook lag and sinker. There be. So frogs be woman, you have to raise it.
Okay.
Because nimdiani nyansa there and tobacco 14. It is one negotiating never more isika bebre na enya premise in law. Because more revenue no yen into na china ho ba asama no mo kunu asa because the parliament who say mistake we.
But answer me call honorable Akwesi Kunedu Hono. If I'm right, Obe correct me when I get to him. But he did say these percentages are it is just a guide. It is just to say below that particular percentage. Therefore, it allows the country and then the parliament to really negotiate and re-deal with these percentages. It's not like say a fix. I say a fix. I quite remember, if I'm right again, or boss said the act forms as a guide. So once upon a time we had some 1%, 2%, 3% thereabout and all that. Now we have 5%. We can still be looking at say but down below 5%, but we can go up. Is it the same case with you?
Oh, Shiam Rantino. So or them be bringing in acid. Maybe ana Niniana no. Oh, sir. Around the no person eating. Oh, sir, in drafting, no. Oh, yes, I'm very careful with it. So, yeah, advance the same argument. See, our amendment, a person in them say, my range, say, between or from 3% up to 15%. So, what the shame say up to 15% there? There's a range. But to my charge it, if it 3 up to 15, no, and at 10.
Yeah.
Now we're specific. We're specific in law. I said the rate shall be 15%. You can't come below. It shall be 5%. You can't come below 5%, and you can't go above 5% because a range be any. What time will hands to a specific rate?
Okay.
The rate shall be 5%.
Okay.
Ultimately, below 5, you can do above 5. Nemoka said it should be between 5 and 15% there. Then there's a room to navigate.
Okay.
We share the potential of the mineral now. We show them for so many brain to yanko 10, yanko 13, yanko the highest, which is the 15. Now what my range? Now you're specific. You can't come below it and you can't go above it. It's a guide, you know, when you guide, I'm a range. A specific 5%, 5%. Won't be naming 4.999%. Yeah, I'm gonna say 5. What's that 4%? Somebody can take you to court because you can't afford one sem umbrella. Any range, a specific 5%.
Okay, all right. Matthias, yeah, I honorable MP for Mensia, honorable Kwesi Kunedu. Your take on what Unia Bema, honorable Richard Akano, Mienti. But my name, honorable, educate me on this one. I'm reading this one. I think is a law. I don't know whether it is the Act 703, where it says under royalties 25. It says that a holder of mining lease, restricted mining lease or small scale mining license shall pay royalty that may be prescribed in respect of minerals obtained from its mining operations to the Republic, except that the rate of royalty shall not be more than 6% or less than 3% of the total revenue of minerals obtained by the holder. I don't know where this one will be situated for me. Na yenkwe ni mnafi yenrane ya Michelle.
Amended law no.
At 702. That was in 2006.
Okay, that was 2006.
794.
794. Okay, very well.
Yeah. Yes, if you know what's in the can 5%. But
okay.
Senior, welcome. Good morning. Good behavior.
Good morning.
Mimi Abusa or can say the first one I'm seeing a kind of I say Parliament has the right to do anything to a JB. Parliament ahoɔden ɛwɔ ɛfɔm ɛgudie no ne nhyehyɛ yɛdeɛ ho no ɛwɔ under Article 2681. Mimi Abusa said, was it based on what law? It is based on the Constitution, which under Article 11 clause 1, the laws of Ghana shall comprise the Constitution, that is the greatest and supreme, before any enactment made. So an enactment, if my senior says is giving flesh to the Constitution, cannot override the Constitution. That is the first and foremost. Secondly, if you say you can discriminatory, I bet to be any necessary now basis now you're the 10% into what charge Barari give 10%. Now omo existing that won't that still be discriminatory? It will still be discriminatory, but your ability to negotiate. Now the same realm, now the banner parliament G2 under Article 2681, an esteemed cubic case that was ruled by the Supreme Court, that becomes the law. And yet discriminatory. Obian one or no negotiation said all obviously I want to be you do the negotiation based on what you sit on the table to do. And the last one I was going to say, meaning senior, the imposition of taxes. Only a duty of Parliament that is enshrined in the Constitution. So here, Article 174 is so different. It is so different from what we are talking about. Article 174 says, no taxation shall be imposed otherwise than by the authority of an act of Parliament. That one is sacrosanct. And it is different from 2681 ratifying an agreement that has come. It is based on all of these things. I am just saying, the minister may have said they raise the 2% price with ammonia, but that does not hold for us. It's messy. You can go and negotiate on the authority of what you have.
Okay.
Now the parliament, not parliament G2.
Okay.
That becomes supreme even over and above the act that was passed, because the act can be struck down by even the Supreme Court any day, anytime.
Very well.
But the constitutional imperative that gives you that authority that 2681, it is constitutional, it is supreme, and higher than enactment on Article 1, Article 11.1, the Constitution remains supreme. Other than any of those ones, we are grounded in law. The minister can be grounded in law, and the law is the supreme law, which is the Constitution. To go and negotiate even any percentage other than what is stated in 794.
Very well. Honorable Richard Champo, your last words. Just a minute.
Last one, I make a honorable member can correct.
Okay.
Said I make a constitution or 30% be a woo. I don't think that you pass the neighboring act. I give you more information about the provision in 268.
Okay.
It is 268 act no, and a specified percentage. Constitution and percentage. It's yet to say. But there's no percentage in the Constitution. So for Constitution, no percentage. Yes. Any percentage
that is why it requires ratification.
Yes,
makes it
yes. The act is giving fresh. The act is giving fresh to the provision the Constitution. Act in the more details. Say the percentage way. Yeah, the 15 years and 30 years. Constitution in 15 years to. It is the act is giving more fresh to the provision in Article 268. And no more the details. Company needing na address percentage of a number of years Saudi agreement to know what they man. Eti but on the day no amendment no na say beji 10 beji 15 no near range okoye 5% 5% won't be nkosoro like I say me kwa negotiate say me na mo ahon de no meju 20 meju 30 me na only me yes agreement na me no me ntiase because if amra na ojina so ne bra uko famra na 5%.
I'll bring the Constitution because the
Constitution that many
it's meaning the act cannot
And the man that put time is
a
here.
concession.
No, a constitution ratify.
A confess. Good. So if
no, it's the constitution.
Does not state, it does not state a percentage. Percentage that will be put in, can be ratified above what is in the act, and that becomes a law.
Because the act in the pass act in here then.
It is only
pass act in here then.
It's not say a flesh.
I don't know. Make no constitution say
cannot take out the soul of the constitution.
Anything that even no kind article 21, 25 I see a year more be a free education. Free education, but constitution can say we should take steps.
All right.
Okay. Article 1815 for the same to say Parliament should take steps to do the modification, the necessary modification.
All right.
Constitution
Deputy Ranking Lands and Natural Resource and officer MP for Mention North meda wasi be brain affair so okay I think Honorable Richard Achampon wants to say something. Quick one,
the American say I'm not in a press conference no.
Okay.
Yes, obi a way input to be no yes solicit for memoranda obi anfa na dwenemra na yen table no na yen hemra na ebebo nyina no yen amenia na ye deputy ranking member he's invited to the meeting.
Okay.
Na nyina no yen pass a law that can stand the test of time. Yen pese be kata so muamua so no be ka say o mo numbers nti e no man invite yen ya chance civil society organizations NGOs media obia enfa nanim de emra said the complain is a right to say Tuanisha or manning years so for so no. It's about time Union will sit on one table and take a decision that will help develop this country for us.
Honorable Kuledu Sobeko, Wadama.
This has been advertised on the committee.
Okay.
See, on the meeting, the press conference that was held, was held by the majority.
Okay.
But when the committee meets as a whole. Okay. And this document has been referred to as okay. I must be there. And I will be there. A mandate for me to be there. If you just want to from you, maybe it's only reminded, but you know the date,
Okay.
For the meeting, and we just oppose that with the constitution, the act in media, so that we can have a better view for this country.
All right. Very well, Madam Payne. Say, the Honorable Richard Echampo for BIE second deputy majority whip and a face, or you're a member of the Lands and Natural Resources